So, shortly after I finished connecting the river a couple episodes ago, I was trying to think of ideas for smaller builds that I could put alongside the rivers and the roads. The first thing that popped into my mind was a watermill, right where the river ends and turns into a pond. But I also didn't just want to make a watermill, I wanted to also add some foliage and try my hand at a custom tree for the first time. I've never really done it before, so I thought this would be a perfect time to do that and make one with fall colors. I really wanted to be able to zone in on this build and take my time with it and just make sure that I got the structure and shape of it right and really put as much work into the detailing as I could. I took my time with it, and I didn't really grind it out. I just worked on it here and there and just chipped away at it. And what I really wanted to go for was a watermill that looked old and weathered and covered in moss. And I also decided to go for a copper roof. I really leaned into the oxidation gradient with it, and tried to make it look as if the parts that were closest to the river, where there would be mist being kicked up by the watermill, would affect the oxidation level of the roof. And I really did look at quite a few images of different watermills, exteriors and interiors, and I tried to make something that was believable enough to pass for a watermill. But I did have a particular image that I was basing the overall shape of the building off of. I pretty much stuck to that as much as I could within the scale of Minecraft, but I really tried to make it my own. I let some of the colors be informed by the image, but I really leaned into a particular color palette of my own choice. It's kind of hard to build a lot of the things that apparently are inside of watermills on a Minecraft scale. What I did end up doing was I came up with a lore reason for this watermill to exist. I don't think this is a thing in real life, but this is Minecraft, so I can do whatever I want. This mill grinds coffee beans, and the story behind it is basically just, it's a small family business where they grind coffee beans and they sell it at the front like a local coffee shop. And Spider has been building a large structure on the other side of the road. She said is going to be a big old Starbucks, but I think it should be called Spiderbucks, if you ask me personally. So my watermill is a little local family business that's just trying to survive against the big corporate Spiderbucks that just moved in across the street. And you can actually see the watermill turns the gears, and then it actually goes down to a mill on the bottom floor where it grinds the coffee beans. And I didn't exactly know what the purpose of the upper floors were supposed to be, so I just tried to make it look cozy, and I ended up deciding to put a mill mascot in the top, and it's a sniffer named Millie. And don't you worry, Millie's got food and water. She's happy up there. And for the tree, I've never done a custom tree before, and I really just went for it. I used spruce wood, and I tried to make it look as if it had big roots, but it was curving and leaning to one side. And I really tried to emulate the idea of maple leaves turning color in the fall and going yellow and orange and red. And I just put some wheat and coral and flowers and things around that were yellow to try and put more of that fall color pop into the area around it. But yeah, I basically just worked at it over the course of pretty much a month, just trying to get it to a point where I was happy with it, and I think I am. And yes, this building doesn't really serve any practical purpose. I just wanted to make something beautiful, and something where I tried to make something that looked somewhat realistic and old and worn down, and also incorporated a lot of fall colors. So tell me what you think in the comments. I hope you guys like it. I think I'm pretty happy with it. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing here, please feel free to drop me a like, and if you're not subscribed, it really does help my channel out a lot. But either way, I hope you enjoyed seeing the process of me building this, because I enjoyed making it. Anyways, I think it's time to cut back to real-time Dream. See you on the other side. Well, you guys, I had plans for one more thing that I was going to be doing in this video before wrapping it up. I wanted to do another installment of the Diamond Destruction segment that was in last episode, but it turns out that the method that I wanted to use has been patched out of the game. What I have here was a little Rube Goldberg machine, where a thing causes a thing, causes a thing, causes a thing, and then end result. And I'll just show you how it works. So this is a calibrated skulk sensor that is set to signal strength 8, so that the only thing that will set it off is if I consume an item, like eating this golden carrot, which will then activate the redstone, which will flip the door, which will trigger the observers, which will then activate the dropper, which has a slime block in it. The slime block will fall on the pressure plate, which activates the piston, which pushes over this redstone block, activating the powered rails, and then the minecart will land on the activator rail, which pushes this piston, which pushes that block, breaking these scaffolding, and then the idea was for me to have a block of diamonds right here, and have the anvil up top fall and crush it, and thus deleting the diamonds. But I tried and tried until I was sure that it just simply wasn't going to work. But I checked online, and it turns out that that mechanic was removed from the game back in like 1.20 or something like that. And this is the first time I've tried to do it on purpose. It turns out that you can't do that anymore. So, unfortunately, that means that this episode is not going to be able to have a Diamond Destruction segment. But that's okay. We will do something else, hopefully next episode. But I might as well at least show you the machine in action. So I'll eat this carrot right here. Boom. And there we go. It's squeezed out. The diamonds just refuse to be destroyed. I'll get you next time. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you guys a little behind the scenes. That was something that was going to be in the video, but unfortunately now is not. I kind of realized after the last couple episodes of Dream Builds that they were not exceptionally building focused. And this series is called Dream Builds. So I feel like I ought to be doing some building. And it turned out that that's just what we ended up focusing on today, with this lovely build that I've made over here. Ah, yes, look at it. Isn't it lovely? I'm pretty happy with it. I like that it's appropriate for the season, getting in the spirit of fall, and it feels a little bit rustic and lived in, but cozy at the same time. I guess I'll just show you guys a little bit more of a close-up of everything so you can really see what the whole place looks like as you walk through it. Yes, yes. Now it looks properly rusty. We'll go upstairs and see Millie. Yes, Millie, hello, hello. How are you? Good to see you. Don't forget to drink your water. Water is good for you. But yeah, just a relatively simple in concept build this time, but I was able to put the appropriate amount of time into it when I had the time available to not rush it and make sure that it came out in a way that I was satisfied with, and I'm feeling satisfied. So I hope that you guys are too. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate you all so much. It's always great to have you. And if you liked the video, please feel free to give it a like. And if you're not subscribed, please consider hitting the button. It really helps my channel out. And that's going to be all from me. So thank you again. Take care of yourselves and each other. And don't forget, I love you, face.